Hello, kids. Once upon a time, in a small, quiet village surrounded by rolling green hills and silver rivers, there lived a gentle little girl named Lily. Lily's house was tiny, and her family did not have much money, but her home was always filled with warmth, laughter, and love. What Lily lacked in toys, she made up for with her imagination. She loved paper more than anything else in the world. Every afternoon, after school, Lily sat by the window where sunlight poured through soft white curtains, turning dust into dancing sparkles. On her small wooden desk were stacks of colorful paper, pink, blue, yellow, green, folded into birds, stars, flowers, boats, and tiny animals. Her room looked like a little paper kingdom of its own. But her favorite thing to make were princesses. Not just any princesses, kind princesses, brave princesses, princesses who smiled, helped others, and believed in magic. Lily believed that if you made something with enough love, it could feel alive in your heart. One evening, rain tapped gently on the roof and thunder rumbled softly far away. Lily sat alone in her room while her parents worked downstairs. She felt a little lonely, but instead of feeling sad, she reached for her favorite golden paper. "I'll make the most beautiful princess ever," she whispered. She folded carefully, smoothing every crease with her fingers. She cut tiny shapes for a dress and crown and added small silver stars for sparkle. When she finished, she held up the tiny paper princess and smiled. "You shall be Princess Aurora," Lily said softly. She placed the princess on the windowsill, where the moonlight touched her paper crown. Suddenly,
"Oh, what's happening? The tiny paper princess is glowing. It's like magic, so beautiful. Look at all the fairy lights."
a warm glow filled the room. Lily blinked and rubbed her eyes, thinking she was imagining things. But the glow didn't disappear. The paper princess moved. She stretched her tiny arms, turned her head, and smiled. "Hello," said a soft, gentle voice. "Thank you for making me." Lily gasped. Her heart raced, but she wasn't afraid. She felt calm and curious. "You're alive," Lily whispered. "Yes," said the princess. "Paper holds magic when it is shaped with love." "My name is Lily," the girl said. "What's yours?" "I am Princess Aurora of the Folded Kingdom," said the tiny princess, curtsying politely, "and I need your help." Lily's eyes sparkled. "My help? What happened?" Aurora sighed softly. "My kingdom was once bright and colorful. Paper flowers bloomed in every field, laughter filled every street, and kindness lived in every heart. But one day, a cold wind of sadness blew through our land and stole our colors. Now everything is dull and gray. Only someone with a kind heart and creative hands can bring the colors back." Lily didn't hesitate. "I want to help." Suddenly, the room shimmered. The walls melted into glowing folds of light. The ceiling stretched into the sky, and the floor felt soft like clouds beneath Lily's feet. In a blink, she was no longer in her bedroom. She stood in a land made entirely of paper. Paper trees swayed gently in the breeze. Paper rivers shimmered like silver ribbons. Paper birds folded and unfolded their wings as they flew across a pastel sky. In the distance rose a castle made of layered folds and shining towers. "This is the Folded Kingdom," Aurora said proudly. "It's beautiful, even like this." "But it used to be brighter," Aurora replied sadly. "Come, I'll show you." They walked along a path that crinkled softly under their feet until they reached a village. The houses were gray, the streets were quiet, and paper people sat silently on benches, their heads down. Why does everyone look so sad? Lily asked. They've forgotten how to hope, Aurora said. Without hope, color fades. Lily knelt beside a small paper boy sitting alone. Hello, she said gently. What's your name? Tom, he replied quietly. Would you like to see something fun? Lily asked. She took a piece of paper from her pocket and folded it into a tiny bird. She placed it in Tom's hand. The bird flapped its wings and chirped softly. Tom's eyes widened. Wow! Suddenly, a soft blush of color returned to his cheeks, and his gray clothes turned sky blue. It worked, Lily smiled. Your kindness brought back his color, Aurora said happily. They continued through the village. Lily folded butterflies, flowers, stars, and boats. Each time she gave one away, someone smiled, laughed, or said thank you, and each time, color returned. Gray roofs turned red and gold, streets turned bright yellow, windows glowed warm and cheerful. Soon the village was alive again. But beyond the village stood a dark forest where tall paper trees twisted towards the sky and shadows whispered through the folds. This is the shadow fold, Aurora said quietly. This is where the sadness came from. Lily felt a small shiver, but she held Aurora's tiny hand tightly. We can do this. They stepped into the forest. The air felt cooler and the light dimmed. The paper branches creaked softly above them. Suddenly, a deep growl echoed through the trees. Out stepped a large paper wolf, its fur gray and eyes glowing faintly. Who dares enter the shadow forest? The wolf growled. Lily took a step back, but Aurora stood tall. We mean no harm. We only want to bring happiness back to our kingdom. The wolf stared at Lily. Humans do not belong here. But kindness belongs everywhere, Lily said softly. She folded a small paper heart and held it out. The wolf sniffed it, then blinked. Slowly, its gray fur turned snowy white, and its eyes softened. I forgot what kindness felt like, the wolf said gently. You may pass. Thank you, Lily smiled. They continued walking until the forest opened onto a towering mountain made of dark, crumpled paper. The sky above it was gray, and the wind whispered sadly. This is the shadow fold, Aurora said. This is where the sadness lives. Lily looked up at the mountain and felt her knees tremble, but she remembered something her mother always said, when you're scared, do something kind. So Lily took a deep breath and began to climb. The path was steep and slippery. Paper stones crumbled beneath her feet, but Aurora encouraged her, and soon they reached the top. There, standing in the shadows, was a tall figure made of folded darkness. I am the keeper of the shadow fold, the figure said in a low voice. Why have you come? Because our kingdom has lost its colors, Aurora said bravely. We want them back. The keeper laughed softly. Colors fade when people stop believing in kindness, hope, and imagination. But we still believe, and we can help others remember. She took out bright paper and folded a sun, a rainbow, a flower, and a heart. These are small things, but they can make people smile. She held them out. The keeper hesitated, then reached forward and touched the paper sun. Suddenly, a warm glow spread across the mountain. Crumpled gray folds softened into bright blues, greens, and golds. The sky cleared. The cold wind turned into a gentle breeze. I forgot how beautiful the world can be, the keeper whispered. Thank you for reminding me. With a final breath, the shadows faded away. We did it, Aurora cried joyfully. They rushed back through the forest. Trees bloomed with color. Paper flowers opened in fields. Birds sang sweet songs in folded branches. When they reached the kingdom, the villagers gathered in the castle courtyard. Music played, lanterns glowed, laughter filled the air. You saved our kingdom, Aurora said, bowing to Lily. But more than that, you reminded us how to dream. I couldn't have done it alone, Lily replied. Everyone helped by believing again. The king and queen of the folded kingdom stepped forward. "You may ask for any reward," the queen said gently. Lily thought carefully. "I don't want gold or jewels, I just want everyone to stay kind and happy." The king smiled. "That is the greatest wish of all." Suddenly, the world shimmered, the castle faded, the sky softened, and Lily felt a gentle breeze on her face. When she opened her eyes, she was back in her bedroom. The rain had stopped, and sunlight streamed through the window. Princess Aurora sat quietly on the windowsill, glowing faintly. "Was it real?" Lily whispered. Aurora smiled. "Magic is real when you believe in it." Then slowly, the princess turned back into an ordinary paper figure. But Lily felt different, warmer, braver, happier. The next morning, Lily brought her paper creations to school. She gave birds to classmates, flowers to her teacher, and stars to the quiet boy who always sat alone. Every smile made her heart feel brighter. After school, Lily made more paper gifts and left them on neighbors' doorsteps with little notes that said, "Have a happy day." Soon, her village felt warmer. People helped each other more, laughter filled the streets, even rainy days felt brighter. And every night,